Dispute today over who's responsible for a sinkhole in the backyard of a Bridgeport family's home. Frank Recchia has the story.
There's schools nearby, so I figured that this was going to be a great community, great place to raise up kids.
When Jerome Jackson of Bridgeport, who asked that we not show his family members' faces, came to the U.S. with his wife almost 20 years ago, he says he was looking forward to a very bright future. But the past 2 years, he says, have been anything but blue skies and sunshine. When he bought this house in the North End in 2005, he says he never imagined that 15 years later, a sinkhole would appear in his backyard during a heavy rainstorm in 2020.
All of a sudden, I see all of this water heading into this direction, and then the next thing we know, that was there a big sinkhole. It is very upsetting.
Upsetting, Jackson says, first and foremost, because the sinkhole poses a serious danger to kids in the neighborhood who could easily fall into it, and were they to get hurt, he says, he could be held responsible.
We need to have it fixed. If not, somebody is probably going to lose their life, or somebody's going to get hurt really bad.
But Jackson says when he approached the city about fixing the sinkhole, officials told him it's on private property, so it is absolutely his responsibility.
Well, I'm going to look into whether there might be federal funding.
Senator Richard Blumenthal today meeting with the family who had contacted his office to see if anything could be done about a sinkhole that Jackson says is poised to swallow up thousands of dollars of his hard-earned money.
I'm concerned about this sinkhole because it jeopardizes a wastewater pipe that could pollute this area or Long Island Sound.
Look at that. I cannot live with this no longer.
Blumenthal says because the drainage pipe appears to be part of a public system that also channels water through the property of this neighbor, 80-year-old Lancelot Creighton, and eventually ends up in Long Island Sound, which is federally protected, federal infrastructure dollars might be able to help. Meantime, Jackson putting down railroad ties as a protective measure to keep kids from falling into a pit that he says could easily land him in just as deep of a financial hole.